In 1908, Dr. Charles Carraway founded the hospital in a house in Pratt City, now a neighborhood in Birmingham with the capacity to treat 16 patients. In 1917, Dr. Carraway bought a lot on the corner of 16th Avenue and 25th Street in the Norwood neighborhood and moved the hospital, which came to be called the Norwood Hospital. In 1949, the hospital received $200,000 in federal money to add a nursing wing. A Christmas star placed on the roof in 1958 became a noted Birmingham landmark. The hospital got into financial difficulties in the beginning of the 2000s, and at the time it was run by the founder's grandson, Dr. Robert Carraway. According to the Birmingham News, two factors were responsible for the institution's financial demise: the decay of the Norwood neighborhood and decades of decisions favoring patient care over profits. It eventually shut down for good on October 31st, 2008. We have returned to Carraway Hospital here in Birmingham, Alabama, with Oscar and Dr. Carlos. Hey!
Good to see you.
So apparently, we got this whole thing wrong last time.
Totally.
And Carlos contacted me and said, how would you guys like a guided tour? Because Carlos here actually was a doctor and worked at this hospital.
Well, I was a PCA. I was a patient care tech then. It was before I went to medical school, but worked in the ER here for about a year or so.
And on ER tonight, you saw that some tricks on Halloween can wreak havoc on emergency workers. But is that the case in Birmingham? Well, it wasn't tonight. Here at Carraway's ER, the emergency room was fairly quiet for most of the night. The mood did suddenly shift when Lifesaver helicopter rushed in a trauma victim. The room was very intense.
And the surprising thing is, like, sometimes when someone comes in like that, it's like they have a train behind them, you know. Sometimes someone can come in and it kind of sets off an explosion, so to speak.
Technicians say a quiet night can suddenly avalanche into several trauma cases in a row.
We were looking for the morgue last time.
Right.
And we didn't find it, and there's a good reason, and that's because...
Yeah, typically for the past several decades, hospitals don't really have a morgue per se. Actually, when somebody dies in the hospital, they actually have to go either to the funeral home or to the state lab to get an autopsy. So basically, they're going to be picked up within a couple of hours. So we don't take them down to some obscure, remote, dungeon type area.
Okay, this is a very polite and diplomatic way of saying we were looking for a morgue that didn't exist.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much for putting it like that.
When the hospital was first built, they may have had one, back in the day, but ever since I've been working in hospitals, they usually just at best they have a cooler in the back of the ER where they put the body if it has to stay there for a couple of hours before the funeral home can pick it up. So.
Wow, and you wouldn't know it from looking around here. You'd think this place has been closed for hundreds of years, but what year did it close?
2000? I think it closed in 08.
08,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it was when they shut the doors. Airplane. Granted, it's been I think it was 95, 96 when I last worked here, so it's hard to recall every single thing about the hospital itself, but I still know my way around the ER. So
okay,
so a lot of good memories there.
Well, we're gonna ruin those good memories.
All right.
Let's go to the ER.
Check it out.
All right.
Let's do it.
Wow.
This is the next video, Norwood Clinic.
Yep. Let's do it. So this was the old ER. Ambulances would come up here and drop patients off here. This is the main bay where patients would actually enter into from the ambulance. If we had a chopper come in, they would still land over there, and we would have transport that would go there and actually pick the patient up, and then transport them over here to this entrance. There's been many times when I've had cars just pull up, push somebody out of the car that was shot or maimed or whatever, and the car would take off. So all the crazy stories you hear about is
true.
They actually happen. Maybe not as often as the TV shows, but I've seen it all here. The memories. Yeah, so this is where all the patients came in from the ambulance bay, and they would go directly to a room. Walk-in patients would come in on the other side of the ER and be checked in normally for sniffles and things like that, non-emergent stuff. So.
Wow.
So what's the deal with all of the hay?
Did they treat horses?
As far as I know, we didn't have any vets here.
It's pretty heavy.
Oh, wow.
This could be some bedding for people who.
You know what?
There,
so how does this differ, Doctor, from the last time you saw it?
Wow. You know, it's really hard, you know, to recognize actually. I mean, some of the, you know, the furniture, the check-in stations have all been demolished, and of course, you know, it's been since '96 since I've been here, so a lot of this is I haven't seen in decades. So, but it's, man, we've had some good things happen here, and bad things too. But I think the good always outweighed the bad. This was a great hospital. It was a teaching hospital. had residents here,
Okay.
mostly surgery, and they had a great group of docs here. Really cared about everyone.
So you be the guide.
Okay.
We'll follow you. You go where you want.
Okay. You know, as the ambulance patients came in, they would be kind of quickly triaged. You would already know, you know, what type of patients were coming in, be it a car wreck or what. But, you know, in this area here is where most of the, you know, non-trauma car wreck type or chest pain, things like that, would come into these bays here. These were several bays here. We would do chest pain, some minor trauma, things like that. This is actually one of my most memorable bays here. We talked about this earlier. I had a sweet little lady came in, and she was, I'm pretty sure it was in this exact bay. She had some chest pain, and we actually had a conversation. She was very pleasant. I was cutting up with her even. She was just a sweet, sweet lady. And within a few hours, you know, the story unfolds. She heart stopped beating, had to do chest compressions on her. We got her back 2 or 3 times. Ended up passing away. All the way to, you know, we found out she was an organ donor, and a few hours after that, the Alabama Eye Bank here was here to actually harvest her eyes. So it's, you know, life is really, really fragile, and, you know, just that's one of my biggest memories from here is being able to talk and cut up with someone and within hours, you know, gone and harvesting organs. So it just tells you how fragile life is. So. And
it reminds everybody that they should be organ donors.
Absolutely.
I'm an organ donor.
Right.
I mean, what are you going to do with all your stuff when you're gone, right?
Right.
I'm gonna keep it.
Right.
Oscar's going to keep it.
That's right.
I think I'll keep it.
Right. And be thankful for what you have. I think you mentioned that in your last video.
Absolutely.
You know, people live here, you know. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We're walking in people's home right now, unfortunately.
Trying to be respectful as we can.
Oh, we got some
That's
stuff
respectful.
over here. We got some.
Food and
We got an injector. Okay.
yeah.
What do we have here, doctor?
This looks like an old blood culture container.
Do you have rubber gloves, maybe?
I do. Yeah, this is an old blood culture container.
Wow.
When you're testing your blood for different types of infections, you would actually put the blood in there, and it had a medium in there that bacteria could grow, and you could tell which type of bacteria was growing in your blood.
Okay, and then over here, is this newly installed from the local population?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think they would leave that here, but who knows. So the rest of this side is going to be some bays that we would have chest pain and minor trauma that we would place patients until we, you know, figured out if they needed to go into the hospital or be sent home or what have you. You know, a lot of suturing, things like that would happen in here, but we would have some, you know, some pretty sick people in these bays as well.
Wow.
And we would have a totally separate nursing and physician staff that would maintain this side of the ER.
So you spent a lot of time in this area right here.
Absolutely, absolutely. There was, you know, a high traffic area here. We had our own staff of nurses, doctors over here that just maintained this area. I was a patient care tech, so I did, you know, pretty much anything. I would take vital signs, do some assessments, but I would also, you know, take out the garbage, you know, change bedding and linen, things like that. So I pretty much did it all. I learned a lot here. So,
hey, we have a pawnable item. What is this? Is this something you used?
yes, that's a monitor that would automatically take your blood pressure, check your pulse, and they also have a heart monitor on there. So that's way outdated, so it wouldn't be worth anything right now.
What year is that from, you think?
Probably early 90s, late 80s.
And what year is the Mad Dog 2020 from?
I have no ideas.
So I'd like to show you guys the trauma room.
It's a little warm in here. I'll turn the thermostat down.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate
I'll bump that down, sweating.
Appreciate it. It was pretty hot.
These 2 rooms here, I just remembered, is going to be X-ray.
Okay.
Oh, and these are the rails for the X-ray.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, because the little oblong-shaped room back there is where they would actually do the X-rays.
Right.
They had a CAT scan back here as well. So patients would come out here for quick emergent scans, so they wouldn't have to go to some other part of the hospital. That's why they strategically placed this in the back of the ER.
And this is the little hidey hole where the technician goes?
Right, yep.
So they don't get irradiated?
Yeah, absolutely. They would be, computer screens back there. And of course they didn't have the digital x-rays back then, so you had to deal with the film.
Yeah, I'm seeing some very analog equipment in here.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's some of the old adjustment knobs to adjust the exposure and such.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Oh. What do you think, doctor? Should I blast them?
Go for it.
All right, I'm gonna blast them full power.
If we have any emergency, I can just dial 911 on this phone right here.
That's awesome.
Oh, look at that thing.
Wow. This place is
So this
great.
hospital was very important to the community.
Absolutely. It was a level 1 trauma center, which basically means that you have all specialists in-house. Like, you don't have to call them at 2 in the morning to come in, like neurosurgery, general surgery, things like that. Every specialty is in-house, and that's what constitutes a level 1 trauma center.
Yeah, where they're right there in case
Right. Yep.
something bad happens.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yep.
Where to now?
Let's try to remember where the trauma room was. Okay, this was, I'm almost positive this was the trauma room, which is where really bad car accidents, injuries come in where they have to have immediate attention. And they would put them in the bays here and have readily accessible things like chest tubes, large bore IVs, catheters, things like that. That's right there where you could do what you needed to do to save everyone's life.
Where are we going now?
So this side of the ER is where people who didn't have as serious of conditions come in, like your sniffles, cough, cold, congestion, stuff that really should be handled by your primary care, but people came in for that anyway. Urinary tract infections, something less acute or less serious would be put in these bays over here.
So I know you've got stories about things stuck in people where things don't normally go.
Right.
Thanks for the disco lights.
I do have a few of those.
Can you tell us about any of them without violating HIPAA?
Absolutely.
Here's what HIPAA is, in case you don't know.
Right. Actually, my most memorable time, and it didn't occur at this hospital, but I'm sure things like that have occurred here, was when a gentleman had a light bulb stuck in his
In his light bulb socket.
Right, his
Wow.
rectal cavity, yeah. And he was in surgery for hours. They had several different general surgeons come in to try to retrieve it through the anal cavity. Even a GYN came to try to use the suction.
Without breaking it?
Without breaking it. See, that's the key.
Wow.
But it ended up, it did break, so the guy had to have an ostomy bag and all that. And it was
no good.
It was a mess.
So,
that's moral of the story.
Yeah, moral of the story is use a candle.
Right.
No, don't use a candle. I'm sorry.
A really skinny
What
one.
am I saying?
Wow.
Did you ask him why?
I did not. I did not ask him why. He was already kind of unconscious, and we were taking him to the
Wow.
OR by the
Imagine
time.
there's a
Yeah.
drug component involved in something like that, maybe.
I would
Somebody's
hope so.
judgment is impaired to
Right.
the point where, like, hey,
I would
there's a
hope-
light bulb. I have an idea. Ding!
I would hope there's a lot of drugs involved.
Right,
in that,
yeah.
So.
Wow.
Are you kidding me, dude? Hey, man, check it out.
Oh wow.
Assault rifle rounds, 223.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Oh, is that a...
Yeah, assault rifle round.
Now,
That's for AR-15, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
so what would this be doing in here?
Probably trying to shoot the zombies.
Zombies?
Yeah, zombies, man. Look, rounds
there's
everywhere,
more.
bro. It's crazy.
All right, so where to now, you think?
Other than that is pretty non-exciting type of areas, which is, like the unit secretaries, the check-in, check-out was right up here to the left. And typically you would exit out on this side opposite from where the ambulances came in. So it was kind of it was organized in somewhat of a U shape.
Uh-huh.
And it was organized via the acuity of the patient, whether it's a trauma or just, cough, cold, congestion, somebody you're going to send home the same day.
So this is intake?
This is intake and also where they put in orders. The unit's secretaries would put in orders for all the x-rays, and if they were going to be admitted, you'd have to, make phone calls to the hospitalist and have them.
Okay, so this is where the lady sits,
right,
and tells the guy with the hatchet in his head to have a seat and fill out the paperwork.
Right. Okay. We'll be with you as soon as we can.
Awesome.
By the way, just a quick tip for everyone. If you want to get right through the lines at a hospital, and you can back me up on this, tell them you're having heart trouble, right?
Chest pain.
Chest pain, that's right, yeah, because they'll get you right in. They're like, okay, right by the guy with the axe in his head, right by the guy with the light bulb, and you're in there.
Speech. Slurred speech works too, yeah.
Awesome.
Well, that was a very nice tour, but there's something more important that we have to do, and that is...
Your drone.
Yeah, we have to retrieve the drone, which is up there by the Carraway Star on the roof, slowly dying. Last trip here, Oscar and I, we couldn't get you any aerial shots because we're very close to the airport. As you can see here on Air Map, we're within the 5-mile radius. So I brought this, this is an Eachine Lizard 95, and it is with the battery underneath the weight that it would then become registrable with the FAA. So I think we're okay, and I'm gonna pretty much keep it not very much higher than the building, just to get you some exterior shots of the hospital.
Let's do it. Whoa, man, you're up there quick. Man, I gotta get one of those. Man,
am I doing all right?
You're perfect.
Can you see me?
Yeah, of course I can see you.
Okay.
You're like above the building,
Hold on,
dude.
I'm losing.
You're coming back down pretty fast, so.
Okay. I want to get a shot of the hospital. I'll get a shot of the star if I can. There, we got the star.
Okay. All right,
I'll see if I can buzz the star.
Over the building. If I lose you now, I can't get you.
I might just go ahead and land on the roof over there.
Really?
Yeah, so we can pick it up later. I don't know.
Come back to the right. Now stop there and come straight down.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yep,
good. Okay,
all right, now come back to the left. You're over the building.
All right, I'm going to land it on the roof.
Okay, I can't see you now.
I'm landing on the roof.
All right, I can't see you now.
Okay.
Did you land it?
I did. I crashed it on the roof.
Wow.
I intentionally crashed it on the roof. That was totally on purpose.
Okay,
I'm sure it's fine.
Maybe
right? I mean, it's very intentional. I crashed, landed up there. So that gives us a goal to retrieve the drone. It's still on. So, FPV guys, hats off to you, because that was hard. It would have been easier if I could see what I was doing. You could see you guys couldn't see it, but it was breaking up. I couldn't see the video.
Wow.
So if there's any FPV guys out there that want to hang out with me, make a video and show me how to do this properly, email me at this address. Thank you. Let's go get that thing.
Nice.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is either same-day surgery or like the intensive care, or actually PACU rather, where after patients have had surgery, they would come here as a holding area until they were stabilized, come off anesthesia before they would go upstairs. So that's what this looks like. So you have larger bays and more, areas to plug things in, oxygen and suction, things like that.
So there's a perfectly fine, pristine panel of glass here. What do you think, doctor? Does it need to be broken?
I don't know. It is a pain.
Nice pun.
Oh, where's the drone?
Wow.
There it is.
Wow.
So
is this the building where the star is? We can go ahead and go up the steps, or what?
Yeah, let's head up.
That was nice of someone to prop this door open for us.
That was. Thank you, random crackhead.
Come on, Ken. You can do it. You can do it.
Wow, ninth. Let's see how close we are.
What was that?
Someone closing the door behind us?
I don't know, but it's cool.
Was that wind?
No, somebody
in here?
Of course. But it's cool.
This isn't it. It's up there. So we have to take these stairs. Hey, you guys hear that beep?
Yeah.
Listen. That's unusual.
Wow.
There's the, oh, it's my drone beeping.
Where? Oh, I see it over there. Come on.
All right. Poor little guy.
Yep, there it
No
is.
way.
There it is.
Look where it landed.
Awesome.
It landed right side up,
And it's in one piece.
and it is in one piece. That's amazing.
Wow.
How did that happen?
Strong work, Ken.
You forgive me? I forgive you. Ah.
Hey, come check this out.
So Oscar just climbed these stairs over here. Are you wanting us to come up there?
This is awesome.
Once again, let me apologize for all the bleeps.
What bleeps? Come on. Watch your steps, bro.
Okay.
This is something we didn't cover last time. This is pretty sketchy.
Good.
Step one
See,
foot on there.
look at. I mean, there's no
Put one
place
foot
to
on
put
the middle. No. The left foot on the middle.
Yeah.
Right there, then step. One big step. Kick yourself. Go.
It's wobbling.
Go. You got it.
Ugh.
Awesome.
Oh my
okay. Give me your hand. Give me your hand, bro. I got you.
You got
I
me?
got you. You're good. Just hold on to my hand. You're good.
Okay.
Come on.
Here's where I get a bunch of ticks.
Come on, bro. You're good. Come
I don't
on.
want ticks.
All right, come on. Follow me.
I hate ticks, man. I hate you, Oscar, so much. You gonna get me for ticks? I'm covered in ticks. This better be worth it. Let me turn on the light. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. Well.
Hey, look, there's stairs, bro.
Okay.
How wicked is this, man?
Well, this is interesting.
Maybe this was like a billing office. I don't remember what this little building was.
Hey, man, what's up with all of this mold, dude? The mold on this side is crazy. Check it out.
Well, that's because this is drywall, and it soaked up the water.
Right.
Wow, this really is.
Well, you know, they had housing for the resident doctors over here, but that's on the other side of the ER, so I'm not
Okay.
sure what this
Well,
was.
there's some stairs over here. Let's check those out.
Yo, this is where we started.
Ah, you mean to tell
Yep.
me
All
that
that.
all we had to do was come through there, and we didn't have to come through that jungle?
Don't get mad at me, brother. Walker.
Oh, wow. Okay, we got some stuff in here. Yeah. Oh, look at that. We have
Oh, Ben Carraway.
letterhead.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, we got some records.
Oh, those are our old, I think these are our old face sheets.
What you got?
HIPAA violation.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Okay.
It's an office visit. Those are old face
Oh,
sheets.
okay, well.
Right.
That's why it was blurred. Oh, look at this stack of books. Look at this, you guys. It's a stack of books.
What's the book?
Dude,
Look at this. American Jurisprudence Proof of Facts. I guess these are medical journals? What do you think?
It says bankruptcy, so.
Oh, this is bookkeeping stuff.
Now these are medical books for sure.
Oh, the surgical clinics of North America.
Current diagnosis of treatment. Oh, this is from 1969. That's
That
current.
spider's wigging out. Look at him. What's he doing?
He's just happy to have someone come see him.
Look at that. He's just, whee!
hey. Look at all this, man. Look at all the syringes, the needles.
Oh, those are old.
Why in the hell would they leave the needles like here like that, bro?
Oh, God, look at that.
Needles everywhere, man. Look at this. Needle.
Oh, that's so nasty.
Yeah, man. Why would they do this?
I'm pretty sure that this isn't working.
Hey, man, check this out.
Oh, my
Check this out,
goodness.
bro.
Look what we found.
Pretty sure this is the cooler. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
So this is
Where dead people hung out.
the morgue then, or storage, or?
If you want to call it a morgue, this is probably where they put where they slide the body in, and it was just a cooler,
Man, that's so awesome.
and they would just come in and pick them up.
Oscar,
Yeah.
you know you have to go in there.
All right, let's do it.
I think this
You
comes
go
out right
first,
there.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, look at that.
Hey, man, put me in.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right, cool.
Sure, man. You gonna get up there?
Nah.
No, I didn't think so.
That
Hold on
area.
1 second, guys.
Okay.
Anything over there?
Yeah, a lot. Come check it out.
What are you doing, Doc?
About to cross.
Come on, you can do it.
Okay.
You can do it.
Oh my
See?
goodness.
Come on, Ken, you got it.
What?
Hey, take my hand.
Oh my God, no!
You ready?
So I'm holding on to this, and I have to go around this corner, but here is the...
Come on. I got you. I'm not gonna let you fall, bro. Come on. I got you. Look at you. Man, is this an elevator?
Oh wow.
The hell is that?
That's weird.
Now I'm not sure what that is. That's a little bizarre.
Oscar,
Yeah.
I just found out what that is.
What in the hell is that?
Look in there. It will blow your mind. It's a hyperbaric chamber.
Yep.
Awesome.
Cool.
And look
Isn't
at-
that great?
That's awesome, bro.
And we can go in it. Look at this. Now, what would they do with this kind of technology?
Well, you know, hyperbaric chamber is used for wounds that don't heal. It increases the oxygen level inside, and it also puts pressure so it can force oxygen into different tissues that need to heal.
That's heavy, dude.
And
I don't think I've ever seen. I've never seen the one here at Carraway. This is a little bit of an archaic one. They've come a lot.
look at that. We've got an entrance.
Nice.
Check it out.
They got the communications equipment.
Wow.
Like,
You gotta stop and start something.
oh.
And then you got the entertainment. You got the.
Yeah, that's what it is. Let's go in this thing.
Wow.
After you, sir.
Pretty sketchy, man.
Watch the tiles.
Yeah. It look. Oh, whoa! I almost died.
What's it like in there?
It's like I'm in hell.
Well, this thing, it's like a bell.
I know, it's cool, huh? Crazy,
Oh
bro.
man,
Crazy.
this is just fantastic. Man, so what year do you think this is from?
Wow, this has got to be late 80s.
It is crazy, bro. Look at this piece of glass. Look how thick it is. It's like almost two sides of it.
I think that's the only glass left. I think these are all gone.
And you know what's funny is the glass breakers came in here and tried to break it and they couldn't.
Yeah, check it out, bro.
Ha ha.
They
nice
tried
try.
it they tried it from the other side and they tried it from this side.
Yep.
They couldn't do it. Hey man, watch your step.
Will do.
The towel is missing right there, so that's what you can.
This is so awesome.
Bye, Ken.
All right, Ken, later, buddy.
Hey, fellas, what do you? Hey now. Now that's not cool. What do you? Where'd they go? What are you doing? Hey man, what are you guys doing?
Hey, we gotta
Later,
go,
bro.
bro.
You wanna let me out of here, bud?
Peace.
Your dinner date.
Come on now, that's not fair, fellas. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Oscar,
Yeah.
it's very sad. You see what I see, right? A blind tree. Boom and bye.